I'll be ranking these players from my third choice to my first choice. And of course, it's going to be a very difficult one because these players have, different qualities. They've got different styles of play, different approaches to their games and all of that. Of course, they are all midfielders, but they've got different styles of play. So it's going to be a very difficult one. But I'll be making this ranking based off of, their importance to their team and how they were able to help their teams at various moments. So from my third choice to my first choice. My third choice on this list will be Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has been a player who you could, watching him alone, you could see that this guy is incredibly talented. His elegant moves, his the swag with which he plays, his passes. This guy is just wonderful, incredible player. With high sense of, if I should use the word high sense of vision, this guy could see what other players would not really see. He could make passes that would just blow your mind. Could split defenses with his pass and all of that. Paul Pogba is just one of the very best midfielders of his generation. One of the very best. Even with all the the struggles that he's had in his career with different so many things, this guy has been on top of his game. Anytime he's on the pitch, Paul Pogba will always be Paul Pogba. This guy is just incredible. So he'll be my third choice on this list. And then my second choice on this list will be N'Golo Kante. Without disrespect, N'Golo Kante is just one of the best midfielders of his generation. This guy, even from his time at Leicester, leading them to their, to the Premier League title, where we had strongholds like Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and the rest of them, Liverpool and Manchester City. N'Golo Kante was able to, boss the midfield, and he did everything that he could do for Leicester, leading them to that, that title win. And then his time at Chelsea, he did incredibly well, winning the PFA Player of the Year, at some point with Chelsea, and leading them to the Premier League title as well. N'Golo Kante has been a great midfielder. This guy is just tireless. This guy could run from the beginning of the match to the end of the match. Incredible player. N'Golo Kante, my second choice on this list. Even at his time at France, leading them to the 2018 World Cup, triumph, you could see that N'Golo Kante was just phenomenal. All right, so he'll be my second choice on this list. And then my first choice on this list will be Yaya Toure. Without any, that does not mean Yaya Toure is the best, but for me on this list, Yaya Toure just tops it for me. This guy is incredibly talented. His ability to transition from defense to attack, at once, and his ability to help his team, deliver his team, his ability to play set pieces. This guy could do everything. He could do everything. He could score goals. He could dribble. He could, defend. He could tackle. He could do everything as a midfielder. This is, just Yaya Toure, just one of the very best midfielders out of Africa and in the world of football. One of the very best players to come out of Africa. So Yaya Toure, my first choice on this list.